I'm about to teach you a secret method that I use to grow my social media following by over 500,000 people in under 3 years and helped me make over $1 million as a creator. And the crazy thing is that 3 years ago, I had 0 followers and I knew nothing about social media or online business. But this method didn't just work for me. I've taught this to my clients and helped them grow by tens to hundreds of thousands of followers across all social media platforms as well. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you this secret method that took me thousands of hours to learn and how you can use it to grow on any social media platform today. But before you learn this secret method, we need to answer one important question. What makes for good social media content that attracts followers and buyers? This is content that entertains or educates your audience. At least it used to be. I've talked to the biggest creators in the game and we all agree that what makes for good content now is quickly changing and will be drastically different in the next few months. This switch is what creators like Alex Hormozi, Gary Vee, and Iman Gadzhi have all implemented to grow by millions of followers a year. So if you don't switch to this 3-step method that I'm about to show you, your content is going to struggle to make you sales and barely grow your following. And once you learn this 3-step method, I'm going to show you a plug and play strategy you can use with ChatGPT to create 3 months worth of content in just a few hours. So to show you what good content is, think about why you follow or buy from anyone on social media. You know, like, or trust them to some degree. So to find you on social media, they have to know about you. To follow you on social media, they have to like you. To buy from you, they have to trust you. When you have all 3 of these pillars, it creates a synergistic effect that works together to build a personal brand that not only grows you a diehard audience, but also makes you a metric ton of money. So you can get people to know, like, and trust you by using a framework I created to grow myself and my clients by hundreds of thousands of followers. I call it the gap framework. Using this framework will bridge the gap from a complete stranger into a follower and a buyer. So the G in the gap framework stands for growth content. Growth content is what gets eyeballs on your social media profile, because you can have the greatest content in the world, but if people don't know you exist, it's pointless. So the way you can hack this is by searching on Google Trends and finding what's top of mind for people in the world or your specific country. And these could include popular figures, popular topics, or popular events. For example, let's imagine you have a fitness account. So when Andrew Tate was trending, you could make a breakdown on Andrew Tate's fitness routine. Or when ChatGPT was trending, you could have given tips on how to use ChatGPT to easily create a custom meal plan to get a 6-pack and attract all the pretty ladies. So with growth content, you're leveraging the high interest of these topics and tying it back to your personal brand. And since trends get heavily promoted in the algorithm, these topics will get your content in front of way more people. And because these high interest topics are top of mind for people, they'll be much more likely to engage with your content. But we don't just want people to know about us, we want them to buy our stuff. And that's where the next piece of content comes in. The A in the GAP framework stands for authority content. And this is content that builds trust in what you talk about. It can consist of content like tips, insights, or results you've gotten for yourself and your clients. So let's use the previous example and say you're a personal trainer trying to break down Andrew Tate's fitness routine. Someone who clicks on that piece of content has an interest in Andrew Tate and or getting fit. You have their attention. However, attention alone is not enough to convert them to a follower or a buyer. You need to build trust by showing authority. So with each step of Andrew Tate's fitness routine, you could explain what he does, why it's important, and give actionable advice on how the audience can do the same. When you do this, you're solving people's problems, helping them get to a desired outcome, and overall just delivering a disgusting amount of value. And it doesn't just have to be for famous figures, it can be for yourself or for clients you've helped. So imagine what the viewer is thinking when they look at your authority content. Damn, this is really useful and the person knows what they're talking about. I want more content like this, I'm going to follow them. Now, this third and final piece of the GAP framework is going to be the most crucial part. I cannot emphasize the importance of this enough if you don't want to be like the thousands of other creators who waste hundreds of hours and thousands of dollars trying to grow on social media. But before I tell you this, if you are getting value from this video, click that like and subscribe button. I'm on a mission to provide free education on business, writing, and audience building to everyone, and it helps me help others. So the third and the most important piece of the GAP framework is personal content. And this consists of your experiences, your personality, and your worldviews, and translates directly to how likable you are. This pillar of content is crucial because it builds a connection with your audience. If you want to grow and make money on social media, you need to learn to tell stories and show your personality. It is no longer negotiable because in today's day and age, AI and all other creators can spit out facts all day long and flood social media with endless amounts of content. So if you're trying to do the same, you'll drown in a sea of noise and barely grow. But the one thing nobody can compete with you on is who you are. I mean, think about it. What's more engaging? A piece of generic content on 7 tips to lose weight, or a story about how you went from 50 pounds overweight and depressed to fit and fulfilled, and all the challenges and lessons you learned along the way. One is boring, the other is inspiring. When you tell stories, your audience doesn't just see you as a source of information, but as a human they can relate to on a personal level. And when you have that connection, no other creator or AI can compete with you. So take some time to list out everything that makes you unique. What strong opinions do you hold? What interesting stories do you have? What things do you do differently than others? What failures and accomplishments have you experienced? How do you view the world? Anything that is personal to you. With each point, talk about what it is, why the audience should care, the lesson you learn from it, or how someone can apply that lesson in their own life. Now, if you want to see some crazy ChatGPT AI wizardry and create 3 months worth of content in a few hours that not only grows your social media following, but also helps you make sales with ease, click this video on the screen and I'll show you the plug and play framework I've used with ChatGPT to create endless amounts of content in just a few hours.